Sure to Zyn.
Or you need a spit cup?
Yeah, you got to try this product. It's unbelievable.
Maybe I'll try one towards the end of the episode.
It will wind you up.
Really?
Yes. Once you try this, you're going to get a lot richer.
Zyn? Is that their advertising campaign?
Zyn is not a sin. That's the advertising campaign.
Really?
Yeah, but the truth is Zyn is a powerful work enhancer and also a male enhancer, if you know what I mean.
Really?
Yeah.
Talking erection, huh?
Yep. There's no election fraud with Zyn.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want a Zyn supported wiener, you know? I don't know.
I think you do.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you want people to get addicted
Just
to
close your eyes.
Oh, damn.
It's like that.
That's a neighbor saying, hey, it's real quiet over there.
Just whack it on the nightstand. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry.
Dude, I would hate to have a real long wiener if you have a cat. That would be the fucking. That would be the fucking.
It'd be dangerous.
It would be dangerous.
Talk about a cat toy.
Oh yeah, but you'd have to put a little bell at the end of it or something.
You would. And a feather.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, man. We never met. Dude, you have such a crazy laugh, don't you?
It's real.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I shouldn't say that.
It's very hot. Are we on TV?
Huh?
Is this being recorded? Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
my laugh
sorry.
is very high, and that's how you know that it's real because it's so embarrassing, and I do it anyway.
I like that. Yeah, and I shouldn't have said that. It's not nice to condemn somebody's laugh or whatever.
Oh, so you can't hurt my feelings.
Okay.
Go ahead and try.
Oh, well, I'll give it a run, man.
Okay, good.
No, I think your laugh, it kind of reminds me of like a proud kind of grandmother from like maybe the 1850s or something, maybe.
Totally. Sending her boys off to war.
Yeah. Or like a woman that just got a new cookie recipe in the mail, you know?
Yeah. It's joyful, but there's a sort of undertone of diabolic.
Oh, yeah.
But in my case, it's totally real. And again, it's not an appealing laugh. It's not like, wow, what a manly laugh that is. It's not a chortle. It's more a giggle.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it seems like a kid, like a kids would love it. It seems like,
but not too much.
Yeah, it reminds me of like Winnie the Pooh kind of, you know? You low-key do have a Christopher Robin vibe if he grew up, you know?
Well, thank you. I don't think he ever did, though.
Really?
I think he exists only in the pages of the books.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, there was a Christopher Robin that was Milne's son, and he grew up to be a super bitter atheist who hated his dad. Yeah, it didn't work.
Really?
It's all fantasy. Yes.
Wow.
Unless I'm misremembering that. A.A. Milne, who wrote the book, he had kind of a tragic family life.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. Good to see you today, man. We never met before.
One of my children is like your biggest fan.
Really?
Yes.
And are they, like, how children are we talking?
Mid-20s.
Oh, that's fine. I'm just saying, I don't want, I don't
Nothing
want,
creepy or anything
I don't need, like, because it's kind of weird that they allow, like,
little kids to watch you.
To see that, like, sometimes it's weird that there's no barrier to entry in a lot of the world.
There's porn on Twitter, dude. Yeah. So, I mean, in a world that allows that, you're fine.
You think there should be porn on Twitter?
No. No, it shouldn't be porn on Twitter. I mean, no.
Yeah, don't go to Twitter.
I wouldn't, spend a lot of time trying to ban porn on Twitter, but like porn on Twitter, come on.
Yeah.
Twitter is for your ugly opinions, not your nudity.
Yeah. What things do you think shouldn't be on Twitter?
I mean, I think everything should be allowed on Twitter. I mean, I'm on Twitter because everything is allowed.
Right.
And I don't think everything is allowed on Twitter. I haven't found the boundary yet, but Elon Musk, who owns it, has said he's for free speech. And if it's a political view that most people don't like, it's still allowed. Yeah. And I'm so grateful for that as someone with unpopular views, Well,
didn't they have, one thing that I don't like on Twitter, sometimes you see like people beating up teachers and stuff like that. Do you ever see any of this violence that happens?
Yeah, right. I don't like it.
But the fact that they allow it and kids beating up each other, they'll have like those things where somebody's going to set up, somebody's filming, some other kids are going to come in and beat up the kid, right? But why did that? Because then I feel like if they would stop allowing that, then because other kids just start mimicking what they see.
Well, and it's also bad. It's bad for you to watch it. I say as someone who's watched a lot of it. It's like the ISIS videos. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Or there's a whole bunch of channels of criminals getting shot coming into a jewelry store or a liquor store, and some Korean guy just blows them away. Yeah. And you can't help but love it. I mean, it is the most alluring kind of porn. Like you just watch it again and again, this guy getting killed.
Yeah.
And you think, this is not good for me, actually. I shouldn't watch this.
Yeah, there's probably part of your spirit or whatever.
Totally. It's not edifying. It's like actually bad, but it's very hard. Have you ever seen the criminals getting killed channels?
Oh, yeah. I've seen a couple of them. There's one guy who's so good at it. He's killed like 7 criminals.
Yeah, he's a watchmaker in L.A.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. No, it's a very famous guy.
Oh, there's a one guy. I'm like, dude, they got to quit trying to rob this guy.
Well, he finally gave up, and now I think he lives in Vegas, but this was in the 80s or 90s in L.A. I think he killed 5 people, literally, with revolvers, too. This was before everyone had like a double stack, 19-round magazine. These were just like with conventional 38 or 357 revolvers.
That's him right there. Can you have that up for me, Nate? This is a
watch seller. He's actually a watchmaker. He's the guy who, fixes expensive watches and makes the new gears. He's a very look at that, Mr. Thomas.
The dealer, Lance Thomas, was wounded 5 times at his shop. Wow.
Let's see.
He's like the 50s.
Okay, I'm sorry. Is my memory pretty good or what? He killed 5 robbers since '89.
That's amazing. He's like the 50 Cent watchmaker. He's like 50 seconds. He's like,
okay, that's good. Okay.
That dude's unreal. They ran me out of business. Each time it says, there's got to be a truce. There's got to be a time. There's got to be a time when you walk away from the war zone. Wow. So he just quit because it was too
But
violent.
what a BMF. I mean, he shot a couple in one day.
He says, this is his best quote. Mr. Thomas said he felt no remorse for the lives he had taken. The police ruled each shooting was justified. I was ice, he said. A frightening thing about this is that it all becomes easier. Wow.
It's not good for you you don't want to have to kill 5 people. I don't think it's good for you.
What's a fair amount of people to kill?
I don't think you want to kill anyone if you can help it.
Bro.
Well, it's certainly justified in self-defense. No one will judge you. No honest person will judge you for killing someone to protect your life or your loved ones, even your property. But I just don't think you want to have to do that.
Yeah, I agree. Unfortunately, there's some people I think that wake up and they're kind of looking, wouldn't mind getting into a little, killing or whatever. But I think you have a lot of people move into places where you can defend yourself, where the laws are more in your favor to defend yourself because it feels like your own safety has become your own responsibility.
Well, if you can't defend yourself, you're a slave. By definition. If someone can hurt you but you can't defend yourself, then you're not a human being. You're subhuman, obviously.
Yeah.
Because that's a human right. That precedes government, right?
Being a human? I think so.
Defending yourself. You have to be able to defend. If I walk up and punch you in the face and you can't hit back, I'm the master, you're the slave, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I think it's one reason why you can't take guns away is because people at the end of the day, have to be able to defend themselves, or groups of people have to.
Well, of course. And the police, they've got their own thing, their own concerns, and you can't rely on them.
But I was thinking, what I don't like about those the violence that they show on Twitter, where it's like the children beating up children, is because if you're a kid and you see that and you see it gets a lot of traction, then you just go do it. So you're just replicating this that. It's like you see so many more kids doing it now because they've seen it as like a thing. So that kind of thing, I don't think they should allow on there.
Well, also you don't want to see every ugly thing that people do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want to see fat people in the shower. You don't want to see people on the john. There are a lot of things that happen that you don't necessarily want to look at video of.
I don't mind watching a thick person in the shower if there's a real skinny person there with them and they have to jockey for position or something, Showering with somebody's hard, I think. I don't know matter what size they are.
Have you seen a lot of that?
I think I've been in some showers with some, with varying sizes of humans, and it's
What's
always
the fattest person you've showered with?
Oh, probably a good. I'm trying to remember.
Real fat or just kind of bulky?
I remember I picked this gal up one time trying to fucking go back to how it felt on my back. I'd probably say upper ones.
Upper ones, but you're not going to...
I wouldn't get into that, no.
No. Just it's...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you're lying. I can tell.
No.
Yeah, you are. Whoa. Okay. No.
Is there laws, do you know if there's any laws, if there's people who are doing pedophiling, right? and they are reaching out to children through social media.
Yeah.
Why isn't there a responsibility on the social media companies
Well, that's
for
a great
allowing
question.
that to be an open wall?
I think there is. And I think some have gotten in trouble for that.
Oh, okay.
Providing a space for that. Look, I'm not a lawyer, but it's certainly wrong, certainly immoral.
Yeah.
And I, you got to think they make some effort to stop that, though. I think there's a lot of it. There are a lot of creepy people out there.
Yeah.
And the number of creepy people is increasing.
You think so?
Seems to be. Yeah, seems to be.
Yeah, I wonder why that is, huh?
Because you can look up other creepy people. It's kind of like you said you wouldn't allow video of kids fighting on the internet because it inspires other kids to fight. I think, creepiness inspires creepiness, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, man, I just want to get to know you a little bit.
Well, I want to get to know you too.
All right.
But not like the whole shower thing.
Oh, no.
Out.
No, you don't weigh enough, I don't think.
Close.
For what I'm looking for. Okay. Yeah, man, nice to meet you. So you grew up in California, right?
I did.
And so were you in a fraternity? I think that's the most thing people look at when they see
In
you,
a fraternity?
Yeah, like,
No,
what
I
frat was this
wasn't.
guy?
No.
Really?
No.
Okay.
I never joined a fraternity. All my roommates joined a fraternity. I actually lived in a fraternity, but I never joined.
And
I don't like to be told what to do at all.
Really?
No.
Me neither, dude.
Like at all. Like at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's my biggest. It's like I have a moral claustrophobia about being told what to do. I'm happy to do things.
Yeah.
I don't mind serving other people, but it has to be voluntary. I can't be ordered around.
Yeah, I don't like being told what
Hey,
to
bitch,
do.
go get me a cigarette. You're a pledge. I don't think so.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't
Not
think.
going to do that.
Yeah, and I don't want to be told what to do by some white kid that's in poli-sci or whatever.
Or any color kid.
Yeah.
No color kid.
Yeah. Any
Or
color.
adult, for that matter. I just don't want to be bossed around. And by the way, I don't mind taking advice or wise counsel from people I respect, or I'm often wrong. I'm not saying that I'm always right. I'm definitely not. But being ordered to do things suggests a level of disrespect I just can't deal with it at all.
And even just about like work and stuff, were you always like that from just like with work, like you want to be your own voice?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's where you end up, right?
Keep getting fired.
Right.
Yeah.
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 So,
I mean, not that I don't want to fight about